Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council.
Good morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your Monday KLEK 102.5 forecast. A 30-40% chance of showers and thunderstorms today and tonight. A mix of sun and clouds during the day, partly to mostly cloudy tonight. The high around 90, the low near 75. Only a 20-30% chance of showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. Most of the time, partly to mostly sunny and hot in the low 90s. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 102.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Former Congolese rebel leader Bosco Ntaganda has been found guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity at the International Criminal Court. Deutsche Bank's announced plans to cut 18,000 jobs in a massive shake-up after years of declining profits. At least 29 people have been killed after a bus travelling to Delhi veered off the road. And Greece can proudly raise its head again, according to the country's new Prime Minister.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. My special guest today is Ms. Brandi Hodges from the Cricket County Jonesboro Public Library. I can say that.
You say that so well.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about all things library. You all have started already with a few of the summer programs, and tell us the theme for this summer.
It is a universe of stories, which we've learned about aliens and astronauts and the moon. You know, in our children's library, every week is a different theme. So I'm not sure what this week is, but we have been doing we learn the theme. Next year's fairy tales. So we learn the theme 1, 2, sometimes 3 years before the theme, or before the summer starts. And so what we were able to do, you know, as soon as summer is over, you know, the public doesn't know this. As soon as summer is over, we start planning next year.
Wow.
You know, they already will start booking the special offsite program guests that we have while they're there. A lot of times it'll be like, and what date do you have available next year? So the theme next year is fairy tales, and so I'm sure they're already scoping out books and things, and so they've worked so hard in our entire library to plan things around this space theme. So just throw out a couple of events before we really break down into the age groups. We do extraterrestrial Tuesdays and far out Thursdays for our kids, any school age kids. We are going to do Escape from Roswell this week with our teens, which is, you know, space themed, but they're going to do like an escape room project where they have to solve the clues in the room in complete darkness to escape from Roswell. So that's bringing that space theme. We're going to do a Starry Night event with sidewalk art. We're even going to do You Even Space Bro, which is a trivia day for teens. We're going to have a Galaxy tie-dye event later this month for adults. Our tweens have gotten to do Mission Impossibles this week. So far they've done Galaxy Slime, where they made slime, but we put like glitter and different colors in it to make it look like a galaxy. So you can see the ways that we've brought this theme in, because everything is a learning opportunity at the library.
Wow. And so everyone out there in the community, please go out to the Jonesboro Library. Now, are these same activities or similar activities happening at the other branches as well?
So I don't have that brochure with me.
Okay.
But everyone who lives in the areas, the 7 branch locations, got their own special brochure. They aren't doing as many specifically space-themed events. I'm sure they have story times and things that are themed, but we are doing something called Blast Off with Books at our branch libraries, which is where you can come in and hear a story and do a craft. But every one of our 7 branches also have activities and events going on for the whole family. I know that we've got, I'm going to pull it up really quickly. We've got some vision screenings coming up at our branches. We already had vision screenings at some of the branches. The Lions Club is offering those screenings. If I can remember where I'm going to the library website. Where else would I go? So if you're interested in any of our events, you can go to, on either your computer or on your mobile device, libraryinjonesboro.org. It's spelled out libraryinjonesboro.org. And you can go to the events tab. If you're on your phone, it's in the middle on the far right. It says events. On your computer, it's one of the blue tabs at the top of the screen. Once you go to our website, it says events. From there, you can delineate down to a different age group if you want to just look at adult events, just look at kids events, or just look at teen events. But you can also go and you can look at, I'm going to look at all of the branches. You don't have to select just one. You can select all of them: Caraway, Harrisburg, Lake City, Lepanto, Mark Tree, Monette, and Wiener. And then you click done and submit, and then it brings it up. So today at 1, we're going to have an event with, earlier this month, we had the planetarium come, the Arkansas Sky Dome Planetarium come. Our branch locations aren't big enough to have the actual planetarium, but Arkansas Sky is going to be at one of our branches, our Mark Tree branch, today at 1 o'clock. So kiddos and their families can go learn all about the sky. They're going to be at, what branch is this? Let's see. So, today they're going to be at Mark Tree. They're going to be at Goldsby Library in Lepanto at 3:30. And then today as well, they're going to be at the Cone Memorial Public Library in Monette. So all today, 1 o'clock at Mark Tree, 3:30 at Lepanto, and 5:30 at Monette. You can go and learn all about our solar system. They had some really cool things. They talked about the Columbia Space Shuttle tragedy from the 80s. They talked about the NASA projects, the moon landing, all sorts of things that, you learn about in school. But he had props and different things to show you. And he also has some moon rocks and just different things that you might not get the opportunity to see. So that's something happening at our branch libraries. They're going to have a robots event at the Poinsett County Library in Harrisburg coming up. There's just so much going on at all of our branches every day. Every single day, there's something going on. There's even going to be a Christmas in July craft event at the Poinsett County Library coming up this month.
Oh, wow.
Because, we are 6 months away, which is,
You never can get started too early.
You never can get started too early. So that's just a taste of the things going on at our branch libraries.
All right. And so, again, we talked about this before. Make it an adventure for the summer. Make a plan. Say, okay, we're going to go to this city, this day, this weekend, whatever the case may be. And all of these branches are far enough yet close enough that you can make it a day trip.
Exactly. So today, say you can't make it to the Mark Tree Library at 1 o'clock. Lepanto is not that far away. Mm-hmm. It really is 15 minutes maybe away from Mark Tree. Okay. So that event is at 3:30. So if you can't make the 1 o'clock event, or if it's 12:45 and you're like, oh, I'm just not going to make it there, just wait until 3:30. And if you are, as many of us are, it's Monday, we're at work, maybe you get off work at 5, but you're near enough to Monette that you can make it to the 5:30 event. And if you don't make it right at 5:30, maybe you make it at 5:45 or 6 o'clock. It's not the type of event where if you're not there at the beginning, you've missed, So lots of things, going on for all ages at our branches.
And then another thing to think about, we also talked about this, teachers love when children are still active during the summer, keeping their brain active, because it helps them reacclimate once they go back to school, mid-August. They're not having total brain fogs and having to start all over again.
I interview teachers at the end of every school year when we go to our school visits, just so I can write an article about the importance of bringing your kids, grandkids, the kids you babysit. You know, if someone out there listening is babysitting for the summer, you know, and you're looking for something to do with the kids, hey, this doesn't cost anything. You bring them to the library. Even if we don't have an event going on at that very minute, we have things in the library that can keep them entertained. We have so much going on. But what teachers tell me is that they can tell from the work being done, the children who didn't do any reading over the summer or didn't participate in anything, because they have to play catch up for the first few weeks. Even the little ones, maybe they were learning reading comprehension. They don't remember. They don't remember those because it's 2 months at least that they were away from school. Usually almost 3, I think, by the time you get out in the middle of May and go back about the middle of August.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
if you're not reading, you know, even if your kid isn't a big reader, maybe get an audiobook. You can download an audiobook from the library. We have an app called Axis, AXIS 360. Maybe you're going to the beach and you're driving. Listen to an audiobook.
Okay. Also, I was looking at the list here on the website. Again, it's libraryinjonesboro.org, and there's some off-site events. So again, if going to the library is not, you know, something doable for you, at Turtle Creek Mall tomorrow, 2 days from today.
Yeah, we've got live animals.
So
let me tell you about the off-site events a little bit. So what we do is we know, like you said, not everyone can make it to the library. We are at 315 West Oak Avenue. We are on the west side of town, over near downtown. So maybe that's not convenient for you. Maybe your family, maybe you have one car. You know, and the car is used by the person working during the day. Maybe another family member works nights and they trade the car out. Maybe, you know, they take the bus places and it's not convenient. We do have a bus stop at the library, though. Maybe it's not convenient for whatever reason for you to make it to the library. We offer these off-site programs. We have one at Parker Park Community Center, which there's a lot of great neighborhoods around there with lots of families and kids. So Parker Park Community Center, we're there usually at Parker Park Community Center at 10 o'clock in the morning this week. So everyone make note, we will not be at Parker Park. We will be at Allen Park Community Center. The one time we're going to be at Allen Park will be this Wednesday.
Okay.
We will be there at 10 a.m. at Allen Park Community Center on Ray Street with Bob Charter of the Natural History Educational Company of the Mid-South, soon to be known as Animology. They're changing their name. And he will be there with live animals. Wow. So his show, his goal in life, he's a biologist by trade who owns this company. They have a bobcat named Bebop who's retired. They have 2 kangaroos. They have bunnies. They've got snakes. They've got lizards. They've got different types of birds. The show, he always themes his show that he does around a specific theme. And since ours is space and the universe, it is the animals who travel, who may be time travelers, but it's those that it's voyage animals is what he's calling it, and he's going to bring flying lizard, I believe. I know he's bringing Elle. She is a Eurasian eagle owl.
Okay.
He had a Eurasian eagle owl, a male named Elliot, and he died. And then he got Elle, who's a female. Note this, like a lot of animals, the females are a lot bigger and tougher than the boy owls. I don't know why, but he said she's quite a bit heavier. And he's been working with her to fly around the room and come back to him.
Okay.
So lots of fun animals. You know, this is a great opportunity. Maybe these aren't really zoo animals, but maybe your kids just really love animals. Maybe you just really love animals and your kids will come with you.
Okay.
You know, so we always say that these are intended for children, but anyone is welcome. Okay. Anyone is welcome to come if you want to see some amazing live animals. Bob Tarter will be at Allen Park, but he'll also be at the mall at Turtle Creek at 2 o'clock that same day. So where we're located is just off of the food court across the hallway from the children's place.
All right, so again, that is this Wednesday, July 10th, Animal Voyagers with Bob Tarter, Allen Park at 10 a.m. and 1 o'clock at Turtle Creek. 2 o'clock at Turtle Creek Mall. And again, you can find all of this information on the libraryinjonesboro.org website. You can pull up a specific location. You can just look at all Jonesboro and scroll through the list. I really encourage everyone to mark your calendars, and there are events and activities for everybody in the family. We can't stress that enough.
Kids, tweens, teens, and adults.
Okay, let's see. I was looking at the family, trying to see what's coming up.
So we have story time tonight. So we do these family story times to encompass, a lot of times the kiddos who are in school, they don't consider themselves story time kids anymore.
Okay.
But we do these family story times that are for all ages up to 12 years old on Monday nights at 6, Tuesdays at 10 and 11, Thursdays at 11, and Saturdays at 10. We also have baby story time, lap sit story time on Thursdays and Fridays at 10. So these are a great event. Your kiddo will get to come and hear stories. We'll sing songs. Wow. Sometimes we get to wave ribbons on a stick around, which is a lot of fun. And then it's also they get to make a craft. And it's always a theme to go along with whatever the story theme.
That's awesome.
For the family, I'm so excited about these classes. We're going to offer cooking classes for families starting this Thursday. It's called Family Fun Cooking. It's going to be held in the library round room, and it's going to be at 5:30 in the evening, and it is for parents or caregivers and their kiddos. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make pancake art.
Oh.
Kids
like with the squeeze bottles.
With squeeze bottles and hot plates. And kiddos a lot of times, they, especially little ones, it's hard to get them to eat different things. Mm-hmm. But if they can have a hand in it, if they can make, a shape that they want to eat, maybe they'll eat it. And if maybe it make it more fun for them. So we're doing pancake art this week. Next week, we're going to make cookie art. Ooh. And then we're going to make mini pizzas at our final one. So it's a 3-week series of cooking classes for kiddos and their parents.
That's amazing. All right, so again, this is on Thursdays at 5:30, and this is in the library. Mm-hmm. And so what room will it be in?
It's in our round room. Okay. So if you and your kiddos are familiar with where the children's library is located, you'll be walking towards the children's library, and it's a room located to the right.
Okay. All right, so again, and everyone should have received their brochure.
We mailed 43,000 brochures out. If for any reason you did not get a brochure in the mail, we have plenty at the library. Okay. It has a little spaceman sitting outside his spaceship grilling hamburgers and hot dogs, I believe.
Yes.
Yep, hamburgers and hot dogs. So this is what the brochure looks like. You can go to the library website, libraryinjonesboro.org. We have a little roving images.
Okay.
I can't word today. And this image is one of the images. And you click on it, it takes you to our digital calendar online, which I keep on my phone at all times, which I love. So if I can't remember an event we have, I just have it pulled up on my phone, and I can click on it and tell anyone who I come across what we're doing on any given day. So I also carry this in my purse. So if you see me out and about, just ask for a brochure and I have one. Alrighty. But you can stop by the library, 315 West Oak Avenue, and we have plenty of them.
All right. I know these events are past, but I want to highlight, because you weren't here when they were happening, the summer concert series. So tell us about those.
We had a total of about 1,300 people come to our summer concert series at each, everything added together.
Okay.
We had a great summer concert series this year. We had so much fun. We appreciate everyone who came out. If you missed it, come next year. We have a lot of fun. We feature local artists. Some have played at the library before. Some have never played at the library. Okay. That was a lot of fun. But we have so much. We're halfway through summer. So if you didn't sign up for summer reading club yet, you can still do so by coming into the library using one of our computers there, or from home, you can go to libraryinjonesboro/SRC for summer reading club, and from that landing page, you can click on our Beanstack icon, which is how you sign up.
Okay.
For summer reading. But if you have any problems, you can just stop by the library and we'll have some folks on hand who can help you get signed up. We have some computers set up right there to help you.
All right, so encourage the kids to get signed up because, again, reading all throughout the summer helps build their comprehension, their language skills, and the teachers are very, very, very appreciative.
And if you finish the summer reading club, our kiddos get a green and black tote bag that they can hold their books around in.
Okay. And encourage your kids to start building their own mini library at home. Going to the library, check the books out. If they find something they really love and want to actually purchase, like want to keep in their own collection, there's all types of resources to get your hands on books. And then don't forget about Friends of the Library.
I was going to say, speaking of building their own collection, one of the best ways you can do that is our Friends of the Library bookshop. Our children's books are usually $25.
Oh, wow.
Because I buy a lot for my nephew. So a lot of the children's books are discards from the library. Maybe they've been loved a little bit too much. And so they go to the Friends of the Library bookshop and they can be purchased for $25.
Okay.
And then we also take donations. So if you have a kiddo who I've never outgrown any books, but you have a kiddo who's maybe outgrown some of their books and you don't have room for all of them, you can bring them to the library and donate them. And then we'll sell them in our bookshop, the Friends of the Library bookshop, and those books get purchased by people who need them. A lot of times teachers come who are trying to build their classroom library. Teachers will come and purchase books. So, you could help a teacher in their classroom out.
Okay. We're going to get ready for a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about some more events that are coming up. I do want to touch on one that's happening today at 5:30 for the adults, because the library is not just for kids, it's for the adults as well. So
it's for all of us.
We want to make sure that you all know what's happening there and what events are, suited for you or geared towards you, the adults. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break, so please don't go anywhere. We'll be back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
When's the last time you talked negatively about your spouse in front of your kids? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. Without realizing it, you say something to your kids like, "How is it that your mom always forgets to do the things I ask her?" No big deal, right? Wrong. When you speak unkind words about your spouse, you're creating a negative image of your spouse to your kids. And once your kids have a negative image of one of their parents, they start repeating those unkind and disrespectful words also to that parent. Then, conflict and ultimately dishonor follows. But I've got some ways you can avoid this problem in your home. Just go to my blog at markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a non-profit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Help keep KLEK on the air. We are seeking 100 donors to give at least $20 per month, but we are happy with any gift, large or small. come by our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Call us at 870-277-1080 or visit our website, klekfm.org, or you can use Cash App, $KLEKFM, or text KLEK1. Send it to 44321.
An evening of elegance and achievement 2019. The Gaines Educational Achievement through Resources and Scholarship Foundation Incorporated will host the third annual Black Tie Scholarship Gala at the Cooper Alumni Center, 2600 Alumni Boulevard, on the campus of Arkansas State University, Saturday, July 13th, 2019 at 7 p.m. Proceeds from this event will help young scholars go to leadership training academies and retreats around the state and country and get real-world business and higher education experience. There will be fine dining, live music, and a DJ to provide entertainment. Details are available via email, thegearsfoundation@gmail.com, via phone 979-399-5045, Cash App, $Gears 2017, or the Gears Foundation at wixsite.com/gear up.
The Office of Diversity and Community Engagement at Arkansas State University, under the leadership of Dr. Maurice Gibson, is a proud supporter of KLEK and is dedicated to finding innovative ways to advance their mission of creating a diverse and inclusive environment, conducive to educating, enhancing, and enriching lives, uplifting various and diverse groups on the A-State campus, and striving to maintain Arkansas State University a place that is inclusive to all individuals regardless of origin, color, religion, socioeconomic status, or sexual orientation. More information about the Arkansas State University Office of Diversity and Community Engagement is available at www.astate.edu/diversity and 870-972-3081.
After the show, it's the after party there. After the show, it's the after party there.
Worldwide. DJ Suede, the after party.
That's right, every Saturday night, right here on the #1 radio station in Jonesboro, Arkansas, KLEK 102.5 FM. It's the after party with DJ Suede.
Mix me up, DJ Suede. Blazing high.
The after party.
So Saturday nights, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., be prepared to hear the hottest hip-hop, R&B, throwbacks, classic jams, and slow jams. Live in the mix.
Yo, the after party. DJ Suede.
Check it out.
This portion of KLEK programming can be made possible by your business. Your support will help in educating, entertaining, and empowering the community by supporting local talent, serving the community you love, and providing information on issues you care about from a different perspective. Call 870-203-9951 or visit klekfm.org to learn how we can help connect you more with the community, or visit us at 1411 Franklin Street. KLEK 102.5 Jonesboro, educating, entertaining, and empowering the community.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. My special guest today is Miss Brandi Hodges from the Craig County Jonesboro Public Library. Yay! All right, so I want to say good morning to Dr. Sharice Jones-French. Thank you for checking in. We're going to get right back into our
words. It's Monday.
Going to get right back into our conversation and want to talk about some adult events and then to also talk about the upcoming Arts and Crafts Fair. We can never talk about that enough.
Well, it seems like, we just did it in April, and man, we're talking about it again.
And so we talked about the turnout from April, how people really loved the layout and loved the events and the vendors and all that. So you're doing it again. Now, usually it's not until a little bit later in the fall.
Yeah, usually it's in September, and this year we looked at our September, and we had so many conflicts that we're actually going to do the end of August. So It'll be a wee bit warm. So August 31st is when we will host the event. We are excited about it. It is going to be superhero themed. So we are seeking vendors. I always like to remind folks who may be interested, we don't ask you to make anything superhero themed to sell. We just like to dress up and have a theme. So I know the 4-H is going to come, and they're going to bring animals and have a petting zoo. The police department and the fire department are both going to be there because they are our local superheroes, because they keep us safe, and we appreciate that. So we are going to have so much fun that day with a September 7th backup date, just in case Mother Nature decides to bring some raindrops on our parade.
Arkansas, you never know what's going to happen.
You never know. But we are seeking vendors currently, so if you or anyone you know has any sort of art or craft that they do, it has to be something handmade. If you make jewelry, we understand you buy the beads somewhere. That makes sense. But if you take anything and do something else with it, it's considered handmade.
Okay.
Even if you refinish furniture and come and, if you're a DIYer, or if you refinish furniture, if you alter it in any way, we don't allow sales of food, but we allow anything arts or crafts. But you have to be from the Northeast Arkansas area. You have to make everything or change it in some way. And we also, we don't allow the sale of anything that's trademarked.
Okay. All right, no licensed.
No licensed.
Like characters or something.
Ball teams, characters, anything like that, because we're a library. We're all about intellectual property and protecting those trademarks. And
yes,
so, and we want to celebrate you and what you can make and what you can come up with. And so we're accepting vendors until the first week of, we open the application on the 2nd of July, so we'll keep it open until the 2nd of August, and then we'll close the application. So again, if you or anyone you know, go to libraryinjonesboro.org/arts application. From there, you can apply for a small 5x5 booth, a 8x10 booth, or a 10x10 booth, and everything is free.
And your spaces get booked like really quickly.
We have a lot of people apply, usually more than that's why we decided to open up a smaller booth space, a 5x5, because we can, there are a lot of people who, maybe you're out there listening right now and you're like, well, I make jewelry for me and my mom, but I've never, tried to sell it, and I have several pieces made, because if you like doing something, I know I like hot gluing stuff to other stuff, so I have a whole stack of wreaths that I don't need all those wreaths, but maybe you have something. Maybe you just like to sketch, but your sketches are really good. We want to provide this smaller space because we hate telling people no. Because I'm telling you this, it's not because we don't like what you do, it's because we just don't have enough space. The lawn is only so big. So we're doing these 5x5 booths this time, like a card table. So if you have a card table, they're usually 3 or 4 feet. So that's the size that we're offering.
And so for the arts and crafts fair, do people bring their own tables?
They bring their own tables and chairs. What we tell them is anything that you need to get you through that day.
Okay.
So if you sell, if you're making furniture and you sell furniture, maybe you don't need a table, but if you're wanting to sell, jewelry or, crocheted pieces or pottery or whatever it may be, you're going to probably need a table. So they have to bring everything that they might need.
All right. And I want to I know we're going backwards again, but I was looking through your Facebook page, and I don't know if you had a chance to step in or pop your head in this event, the Grow with Google.
I was actually on a plane.
Okay.
That day.
Oh, no.
We had the American Library Association conference in Washington, D.C. this year, so we were literally on a plane at that same time. But
how did the library connect with Google?
Well, they contacted us.
Okay.
And they were doing this at 2 libraries in Arkansas, and they were just looking for large regions of people who could benefit. But if you missed out on the Grow with Google event, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ccjpl, and I put our newsletter on there recently, and it has a link on there. I can also share that link on our Facebook page if you didn't get to see it in our newsletter. For anyone out there who doesn't get our newsletter, it's easy to sign up. Just go to libraryinjonesboro.org, and from there, one of our slides on the homepage will be our sign up for the newsletter. And we send that out around the first of every month. It was the 2nd this month because I just couldn't get it out on the 1st.
Okay.
But we have lots of events coming up that I want to let people know about. In addition to our art and craft fair applications we're taking, we also have a sign-up form on our website currently for Genealogy Night. We have our Genealogy Night lock-in coming up in 2 weeks. So it's going to be on the 20th, Saturday, July 20th, from 6 o'clock until midnight because we're genealogy party animals. It is a great event. It's perfect for beginners. If you've never done research before, this is a great opportunity for you to come and learn how. About every hour, we're going to have some genealogy beginner sessions.
Okay.
So here's what you need to know to get started, because a lot of people come in with like their mom's name who was born in the 50s. Well, that census hasn't been released yet by the U.S. Census Bureau. Every 10 years they release a census. Okay. Every 10 years they do a census, but every 10 years they release a census so that we can actually look at it. And so a lot of the genealogists they're super excited about, because 2020 is when another census will be released. Okay. So they'll get to access, maybe I heard someone say that this is the one their mom is going to be on. Okay. That's coming up to be released. So you can learn so much from these ladies and gentlemen who come and are the experts in this field. So Genealogy Night lock-in, if you stay until midnight, you get a free t-shirt.
Oh, wow. And you know what? Just the importance of doing your genealogy.
Know where you came from.
Yes, and then it helps to keep your family story and your history and your heritage alive. There are people, even in my age group, in my 40s, we don't sometimes know who our great-grandparents were and where they come from and what they did. And having access to genealogy, those records and all of that, it just kind of helps you see your family in a different way, and then you can pass those stories on to the younger generation.
One of the questions I was asked just last week via our social media was, I'm not originally from here, so is this an event I can attend? And we have books in our physical collection from all the states.
Okay.
But we also have a library subscription to Ancestry.com, which is a website. So it can look for people from anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're from Arkansas or if you're from California or, Tennessee. It doesn't matter. Okay. You can use that website. All you have to know is a name of a grandparent or a great-grandparent, depending on what year they were born. And then you put in their name, and then if you don't have their name, you could put in the last name, and then about when you think they were born. Okay. If you have no information, it's a lot harder to do anything. But you just need some basic information. On our website, librarianjonesboro.org, if you click on events and find Genealogy Night Lock-In, I've actually put a link in there to a blank family tree, so you can get started. You start with yourself and you work your way back.
All right, so I encourage everyone out there to start doing this with your own families, so that future generations can know who was in their family and possibly know occupations or health issues or just whatever other fun facts. Now, sometimes we do run across some dark history, but
sometimes people find out really cool things. I know one of the ladies in my knitting group, who's also a genealogist, she likes to tell stories about a great aunt who was a wild one. So, but yes, so it's called the 72-year rule, and so there's 72 years between the release of an old census, and a new census being done. So the 1950 census will be released in 2022.
Okay, 2022.
Yeah, so we have to wait 2 more years. I didn't realize that.
Oh, wow.
So 2022 is when the next census. So it's 72 years from the time that census was done to when it's released.
Well, I should be able to find some information about my mom. She was born in 35. So.
See, that's so that's why I looked that up. Is I wanted to let people know if anyone below born in 1940 or earlier, you can find. So if you come to us on that Saturday and your relative you have the name of was born in 1941, we're kind of stuck, so that's why I just like to get it out there to let people know, because if you don't have that, there's really not a lot of places you can go. You can start with marriage records,
Okay.
and then work your way back, because a lot of times in those records it will say who the parent of that person was. So then you have a name.
Alrighty. So some other adult events. Aside from the genealogy night lock-in is the Galaxy tie-dye.
Yes.
So the kids doing tie-dye, different t-shirt designs, but the adults get to do some t-shirts as well.
So I always like to point out to people, I have tried so many times this summer, I have been sitting at a table in an event and gone, here's the summer brochure, and I don't have kids. And I like to emphasize, you don't have to have kids to come to the library.
That's right.
You know, on any given day, we've got a huge collection of books that are just for grown-ups. We have movies, DVDs, magazines, newspapers, but we also have events that it's a lot of times we had cooking classes and you could bring your teens, but they were for adults. But they'll say, you know, you can bring teens to them if they're with an adult.
Okay.
But our adult classes are really for those 18 and up.
18 and
And
up.
so
Okay.
it's a place where you can come, and if you don't have children, you don't have to worry about it. You can attend this event that's fun and designed specifically for you. A lot of times people see a library event and they think, oh, well, I mean, I can't attend that. That's got to be something for people families with kids. It says adults, but it's probably intended for, but it's intended for all of us, anyone who's a grown-up. So we did henna tattoos recently. Tonight we have Maker Monday. It's at 5:30, and we're going to learn about the cardboard virtual reality goggles that you can use. I know Google sells some, and it says DIY Maker Monday, so I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to have the cardboard virtual reality today, and then on the 15th we're going to have DIY stamp making, which there's so many things. You can make stamps out of fruit or vegetables. You can cut patterns into it. There's so many things you can make stamps out of. So I'm excited, as are you guys, to see what we're going to do at those events.
So again, this is for adults. You don't have to have any children. You just need a break from your day-to-day. Go out to the library and get involved in one of these different activities. And later this week, there's Dungeons and Dragons.
So this is going to be super fun. Miss Bianca has played Dungeons and Dragons for a long time, and she's an expert at it. And she's going to teach you everything you need to know. So if you've never played before, you can learn. It's great for beginners. It's great for those who have played before, and she's going to walk you through the process, and we're actually going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some food there, I believe. It's from 6 to 7 o'clock this Wednesday, so make plans to come and spend some time with us. We also have ukulele for beginners. We offered this last year when we had our music-themed summer programming, and we have the ukuleles. And it was a fun event, so why not? On the 17th at 5:30, we're going to have ukulele for beginners. And then our last adult program of the summer is going to be on the 24th, and I have already purchased my white t-shirt. I'm ready. They say that the tie-dye takes best to anything that is more cotton than anything else. And so, you don't have to, I spent $1.25 for my t-shirt at Bargain Hunt. So, you don't have to spend a lot. Maybe you have a white pillowcase at home, or, a pair of white socks. It could be anything you want to tie-dye. We're going to do Galaxy tie-dye from 5:30 to 6:30 on the 24th, and it's for the grown-ups.
All right, so make plans to go out to these events, and maybe you can find something for the kids to go to while you're doing your event.
We do have on the 24th, our teens at 3 o'clock are going to be doing t-shirt pillows. So our teens get to do a lot of fun things as well, as always. This week, we're going to have bleach t-shirt art on Wednesday. So what we say, if you have a teen out there, anyone who's finished 7th through 12th grade, they need to bring anything that's a dark article of clothing. So if it's a bandana or a t-shirt, anything that is a darker color, because what we're going to do is our teen librarian, Miss Jessica, has things laminated, shapes laminated, and they just lay it down on the t-shirt, and then they spray bleach around it.
Oh, it leaves a cute
and it
cool
leaves
design.
it leaves the outline of whatever pattern they choose. So that's happening this week. We have Story Night or Escape from Roswell. It's our escape room event for teens coming up on the 12th at 4:30. We have Starry Night Sidewalk Art, where they're going to recreate famous pieces of artwork on the sidewalk with chalk on the 19th, and then T-shirt pillows on the 24th. Now, what's important to note about our teen events is we want teens to come to them.
Okay.
And so every year we do this YA lock-in, which is limited to the top 25 teens who participate in summer. So, if you come to the programs, if you participate, you earn points. Okay. And along the summer, the top 25 teens who have attended programs and earned points will get an invitation. So the YA lock-in is invitation only.
Okay.
And it is held on August 9th from 7 until 7.
And I've seen past pictures and things, and the kids really seem like they have a whole lot of fun.
They have a whole lot of sleepless fun. It's 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And we're working our way backwards, but we have our tween programs. We're going to do Mission Impossible this week on July 11th at 3 o'clock. We're going to explore the dark recesses of the library.
So we all turn the lights out in certain areas.
We are going to be open, and so I don't know that there will be lights off, but I'm not quite sure what they're going to do for that, but our tweens are those kiddos who have finished 4th through 6th grades who are a little too cool for school sometimes, I do a lot of crafts at events. We will be at the farmers market this Saturday, so if anyone is out and about and coming to the farmers market on Saturday, on the deck, the library will have a tent out there. We're going to make constellation art, but I get a lot of the kiddos who are like, that's for little kids. And so these events are perfect for them if they finish 4th through 6th grades. We're going to do Mission Impossible. We're going to do Honey, I Shrunk the Art, where they can make shrink art.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a DIY ice cream sundae bar to end off something, to wrap everything up nice and tight in a bow.
Who doesn't like ice cream? All right, so lots of fun events happening for the whole family at the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library, but not just the Jonesboro location. There's Lake City, Lepanto, there's Poinsett County, Monette, Martree.
I don't know who you said. You're better at it than I am, I think.
I left out. Okay, Poinsett County encompasses. Is it just Harrisburg?
We have Caraway, Harrisburg, Lake City, Lepanto, Martree, Monette, and Wiener. So we have Wiener and Martree. Lots of stuff. So as we said earlier today, Martree at 1 o'clock. Lepanto at 3:30 and Monette at 5:30 are going to have Arkansas Sky. So your kiddos or you can learn all about the sky, or they're going to have some moon rocks there. Also happening this week, we've got crafts and movies happening at our Monette branch. We have just so much going on. If you want to look at a specific, I'm looking at all the branches right now, but if you want to look at a specific branch, go to libraryinjonesboro.org, click on events, and then there is age group and branch. So I selected all 7 branches, but if you want to just look at the one that's closest to you, you can look at that. If you want to look at just the Poinsett County branches or just the Craighead County branches, you can do that as well. It allows you to do all those different things, but we have so much going on. I mean, it's hard to really fit everything that we have in an hour, but I appreciate you letting us come on every month and talk about all of our events, because everything we do is free.
That's right. So we're going to come up on another break here soon. I want to say good morning to Mr. Frank Wilsinski. There are still exercise classes happening as well.
Of course, our every month, throughout the year events are still happening.
All right, so we're going to get into those programs, activities when we come back from our break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Keeping debt under control and using credit responsibly is a major part of establishing and maintaining good financial health. However, many people, including many self-proclaimed financial experts, take this concept too far, equating becoming debt-free with actually building wealth. And that's just not true. Wealth is measured by your net worth, your assets, what you own, minus your liabilities, what you owe, which leaves you either in the black with a positive net worth or in the red, a negative net worth. Becoming totally debt-free basically brings you back to zero, which is not a bad starting point, but does not create wealth. Wealth building depends on what happens after you become debt-free, or better, learn to manage debt responsibly in order to maintain a high credit score. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters at AURN.com.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Hi, I'm R-Dub, host of Sunday Night Slow Jams, with a special invitation to join me this Sunday night. We're gonna slow it down and make the most of the last few moments of your weekend. With slow jams and special expressions to the ones you love. So come on through and bring a friend. I'll see you for Sunday Night Slow Jams. Sundays from 8 to midnight on 102.5 KLEK.
The key to making this station even better could be parked in your driveway right now. Donate your old car to us, you'll get a tax deduction, and we'll tow it away for free.
Go to klekfm.org for more information.
House of Details, located at 3915 East Highland in Jonesboro, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle: basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, waxing, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more, with the motto of anything mean we can clean. Details at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and at klekfm.org.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guest, Miss Brandi Hodges. So we're going to wrap up our conversation with some of the summer program. Well, they're not really summer programs; they're ongoing programs or activities, rather, I should say. Because I was looking through the listing on the website, and I saw adult strength training. So tell us some more tell us about some more events.
Some of our branches do hold some exercise classes. I know that our Harrisburg branch, I'm going to pull it up really quickly, does offer some classes. I think our Wiener branch does too. It's hard to remember everything. But let's see. Pull this up. But I'll talk about our Jonesboro branch while I do that. On Tuesdays, we offer a yoga class with Eastern Liberty. Sometimes it's yoga, sometimes it's Pilates, sometimes it's gyrokinesis. But that is held on Tuesdays. I skipped Monday because usually we do our Zumba on Thursdays. But in the summer, we're doing our Zumba on Monday nights at 5:30, and they've been doing it a lot outside. So they've been doing it on the front lawn just on Oak Avenue where we have our concerts. So you can come to the library and take a Zumba class today. Tomorrow you can come and take a yoga class at 5:30, and then we also have our Tai Chi class on Saturdays at 10. So much going on. If you want to get fit, if you're not someone who likes to exercise around other people, maybe you're more on your own, we have lots of DVDs. If you look in our nonfiction DVD section, we've got all sorts of I've checked out a couple of yoga DVDs because I don't always have time to go to the class. But in Harrisburg, we have a strength training. They have it every Monday at 5 o'clock. Is an exercise class they have there. I'm going to look at our other branches and see if there's anything exercisey. That's not a technical term they offer, but we have so much going on at our branches. Some of those ongoing at the Jonesboro Library, the library in Jonesboro. It is a Monday, y'all. We have book clubs. Our romance book club meets on the first Tuesday. Our Young Adult at Heart, which is the book club that I'm in, meets on the second Tuesday, so that's tomorrow of the month. We have a Novel Lovers Book Club that meets, as well as on the third Tuesday we have our Mike Overall Memorial Book Club, and they meet at 6 o'clock, and they read more challenging fiction and nonfiction, something that's a little bit longer, maybe makes you have to think about it. We also have our knitting classes held on Thursdays at noon at the library. So there's a lot of things that you can get started doing that don't cost you anything other than your time.
That's right. And then you might get to meet somebody that you may have never met before and start a conversation.
That's one thing that I love to tell people about our story times. So if you're taking care of your grandbaby, or if you're a full-time babysitter, or if you're a new mom or a new dad, maybe you're a stay-at-home dad and you have a kiddo that you're taking care of over the summer, or maybe you're a school teacher and you're home with your kiddos. Our story times are not only a great opportunity for your child to be read to, and it's interactive story times a lot of times. We've done felt boards and all sorts of things, but not only that, but you get to meet other people who have kiddos the same age.
I saw a few pictures on your Facebook. I'm always randomly looking at your Facebook page.
I appreciate that.
And so I see pictures of the moms and the babies. One lady had her baby in like a little round, it's kind of bouncy thing. But anyway, it's a seat for the baby. And so the baby was actually able to kind of sit up and interact with the story. You can see the baby smiling, and so it was really cool.
You can't have a bad day if you go to baby story time. I want to remind everyone this today we have our story time at 6 o'clock. We've got our adult event at 5:30 where we're going to do cardboard virtual reality. We're going to have our offsite program with live animals at Allen Park Community Center on Ray Street at 10 a.m. and the mall at 2 o'clock. Coming up next week, we've got Super Science. We're going to have a super spectacular stories about our sky and beyond in this high intensity magic show. He does so much, and it's all like live science experiments. Right? If you get there early and get on the front row, you can't miss it. Then we have the Kinders in concert on the 24th. So we still have plenty. If you haven't been able to make it to this library, come on down. We still have plenty to do.
And don't forget Arts and Crafts Fair application if you like a booth. So
you can go to libraryinjonesboro.org/arts application. I'm going to start running an ad on Facebook this week, hopefully today. So people might start seeing it there. But we have booth space available since we've added some of these smaller booths. If anyone applies for a smaller booth, we might be able to put some more booths in there. So, if you have a kiddo who likes to do something but they've never tried to sell it before, you know, you can apply and maybe just try out a small booth. If you just are getting started, maybe you only have like literally like 6 things you're trying to sell, maybe apply for a small 5x5 booth and try your hand at it.
All right, so remember, shop small, shop local, because the money circulates right back into your own community.
We have local vendors. That's who the reason we do this is to support our local artists and bring people to the library. So the event will be on August 31st on a Saturday from 10 until 3 p.m. We'll have a lot of fun that day, but there's a lot of prep work that goes into it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Brandi. As always, it's been a lot of fun. Check out the Creighton County Jonesboro Public Library and other branches. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of